Dr. Mix, Dr. Mix, Dr. Mix, Dr. Mix, Dr. Mix.
Hi, and welcome to Dr. Mix! I promised that I was gonna dig deeper into my Roland Fantom, and here we are! I have my Fantom in front of me, the 6 model with 61 keys. Is that 61 keys? That's correct. I am going to dig deeper into it as I had time to practice with it and find out all of the beautiful things that it does. This synthesizer has 4 CPUs inside of it. BMC behavior modeling chip made by Roland, and basically it's so powerful it's capable of calculating things like harmonic resonances for pianos. It's a lot of DSP power that you have in one machine, and also it's got the Zen core engine, which means you can get different types of synth engine. It's highly customizable. It means you can go from PCM to virtual analog, imitates filters from the Moog, JP, V piano synth engine, supernatural. Basically all that technology is contained inside of this, and it's cross-compatible with other Zen products such as the Jupiter X, the MC707, and Xenology, which runs on any DAW. And I've also visited the download sound section. It's huge. So I've downloaded some stuff, and most importantly, I've dug deeper into it. I'm gonna start with the vocoder. Why? Because I've got so many questions. How did you do the Earth, Wind and Fire vocoder, after the love has gone? I'm gonna leave a link in the description for that video.
This is the sound, this is the sound, this is the sound.
So firstly, you should know that vocoder means that basically you have a synth sound, or any sound for that matter, and then it gets modulated by the voice.
So that's the effect, right? So let me show you how it's done right here.
So when I go to the effects section, because this is an effect, you hit on vocoder, right? If you don't hit, you can hear the original sound, the one that gets modulated. I created the sound, I'm gonna get into it. So you hit vocoder,
right? And there you go.
So this vocoder, let me edit it. It's right here. I touch edit, vocoder edit, and here you have different envelopes. Long envelope, soft envelope, sharp envelope. What's typical about vocoders is that they also introduce a little bit of the original sound on the voice. In this case, you have controls over it. So let me explain what I mean by that. So if you keep the original voice inside of the sound, like this, basically you have your sound, your voice, but it's also mixed with the vocoder sound. So I can go and sing while harmonizing with my fingers, but you can hear my voice. All right, thank you. But what's gonna happen actually is that you introduce a high-pass filter so that you only hear the S's and the sibilant noises, which are very hard for a vocoder to imitate. So here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go, and now it's just S's. S's, S's, S's. Can you see here? Basically, I'm filtering everything that's above, in this case, 1 kilohertz. There you go, there you go.
That way, you get the S's and the top end of my voice. That helps you understand when you do vocoding. Get it?
In this case, you can choose also whether you have like a
13-band vocoder or a 20-band vocoder or a 32-band vocoder.
And you can decide the actual value of each vocoder frequency.
So for example, you can go from this to this. This is a different sound, this is a different sound.
I'll do it even more pronounced, like this.
This is a kind of a nasal sound. This is kind of a smiley sound. Smiley sound, smiley sound.
Or you can go like this.
All right, all right, all right.
Or even roll of the dice. Randomness.
Randomness, randomness, randomness. or you can go back to flat. And
I usually like to take down a little bit of the, 200-300 right here, and then bump it up.
so this is my typical sound.
Maybe it's a bit too much now, and maybe give it a bit of mids and clean it off there.
How about this? I think that this sounds most natural.
So that's what I've used on the Earth, Wind and Fire song.
Just, I was using it in mono, and doing the melody like this. Oh.
Of course, when I'm a keyboard player, so I can imitate those embellishments.
Oh.
Yeah, let's explore a few sounds, because I have been playing with this beast for a few days and I had so much joy. So let me show you what I mean. The piano that I like the most at this stage is the one that Max Fattori, he works for Roland. We had a chat over the phone. He said, hey, I made a piano sound. Why don't you check it out? The way you select it is by going in zone view, because don't forget, here you get 16 different sounds that you can basically merge into one scene, right? So now I'm going to go into each of the 16 zones. This is the vocoder sound. Let's go to Max's piano. If you have headphones, you should wear them right now, because you can hear all that beautiful evolution of harmonics. Try to pay attention to it. See how the sound changes? This is the stuff that actually happens in a piano. I mean, I'm thinking the time where we used to loop samples in order to extend the duration of the piano, and it would go like ding. So a lot of time has passed since then, and now technology is so powerful that Roland is able to imitate the ever-changing harmonics within the sound in a keyboard that you can take around. So that's pretty impressive. I had a chance to try different sounds. You know what? Let me go to zone 2. I am going to turn it on, maybe turn down everything else, and let's see if I can select the pad that I have prepared. I have prepared my own pads because I love a good pad. Here is my clap pad. Let's see. You need good pads. Good synthesizers need to be able to do good pads. Alright, let's listen to the filter, right? Alright, let me show you the filters, right? So I go to zone view, yeah? And then I go menu, I go tone edit, I scroll down here to the filter section. So right now I'm using this MG filter. I can decide to have a different slope, like this is like 12 dBs per octave. This one is 18 or 24. Let's listen to the difference a bit more in depth. If I turn up the resonance, you should tell the difference a bit more. See? 12 or 24. Of course, this is a little bit more drastic. But let's listen to, for example, the JP filter now. Versus the MG filter. Right? Now you also have the low pass filter, which I guess is the basic one, but this sounds awesome. Check out. In fact, let me take the resonance down. This is pretty impressive. Even there is PKG. Let me turn it down because usually this is a pretty loud one. Filters. That's very good. Okay, let's select a filter that I like for the pad. This is pretty good. Let's see. Maybe I might need a 24, so just slightly mellower, maybe 18. And now let's listen to it along with the piano. Oh, but we need to pull it up one octave, so we go to pitch and... Alright, so that's the result of it. Let me put my glasses on. Play some pop music, you need a good piano pad. When you're live and you need to comp a singer, you need something that really fills up the harmonic bed on which the singer can rest, so a good pad is a good pad. Let me see if I can try a different filter. Let's try, I think this is the mod filter. Yay! So, you know what? Let me dig a bit deeper into some of the functions that I really, really enjoy from this machine. It has very extensive LFO capabilities. So, for example, if you have 4 partials and you have 16 zones, I cannot even do the math, but I think you get like 128 LFOs. You can use it as normal LFOs, but also you can have step LFO. So in fact, when I heard this sound, I was pretty impressed. This is from the LFO, right? Let me show you how it works. So if you go to zone view, we are here on 3, correct, and then we go menu, tone edit, and then I show you the LFO section. Check out steps LFO, step LFO. So I can change this. I can have one up, one down, one up, one down, one up, one down, one up, one down, one up, and then I wobble like this. And it goes, and of course it goes along with the tempo. So if you have, your click, and if I go faster, right? It stays in sync. It's lovely. So this is another impressive thing. You know what? Let me get into the kind of sounds that I have developed these days, because I really wanted to make it mine. I have worked on, of course, my pad, which you just heard, but I've also worked on this interesting sound because I was working on an intro for a show, and I wanted to do something a little bit like Steve Reich, something that had a little bit of that Philip Glass contemporary sort of avant-garde sound to it. So what I do is now I go to the user and I select my Marimba Claudio. You know the vibe, right? Which reminds me of I can't do it. I can't remember it. Come on. I will study it. If you can tell me in the comments which song this is. And also if you are going to subscribe to this channel. Come on, I'll wait. Yep. Good choice. Anyway, Marimba. It's good also for Afro-Cuban music, I guess. No, it's good for Afro house. That's what it's good for. Yeah, that. I like to make my sound my own. Let me show you, because if you go into menu and you go tone edit, right here you can go to see oscillator type. Right now I'm using PCM, you see. And what am I using? The waveform 351 Marimba. Or I can go vibraphone. why do I go off to a tangent every single time? By the way I've changed it is I've introduced a filter based on the velocity. So if I play it soft, it's filtered down. If I play it hard, it opens up. Well, let's see if I can remember how I did this. I remember how I've done it. With the matrix control, you see, I've said the source is going to be the sensitivity, and the destination is the cutoff. The source is the velocity, and this is the sensitivity. Correct. So if I keep it like this, doesn't make any difference in terms of filters, right? In terms of volume, yes, but not in terms of filter. But if I do this, get it? So this is one of the ways that I like to change my sounds, to make them mine. So if I play them quietly, they're kind of muffled, and when I go for it, bang, it comes out. Dynamics. So let me see. I was actually having a little bit of fun going for different samples for different glockenspiel. Can you guess this one? Come on, remember? Comment below if you recognize the melody. What we have? Bells. Agogo. Ooh, tubular bell. Wow, what? All right, let me just, I want to just keep going for a second with this. Let me just go nuts. Ooh. Sail away, sail away. Oh no, it's major. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Sail away, sail away, sail away. I already did this with the D50 back in, I don't know, a couple of years ago. Go check the link. I'm gonna leave the link. Yes, I promise. You're gonna get a link for it. What else? This is exactly the D50 sample. Sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away. Wow! Hello D50. So I got a D50 right inside of it without even having to download the sounds. Yeah, done. Give me the waveforms and we'll recreate it. Easy. Contrabass, French horns, mute. I mean, you get what I mean. So this is very powerful stuff. But one of the things that I like to do in order to just have fun is to use this section, this pad section, which does a lot of things. Oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned each one of these controls is like it's got, instead of just 127 steps, it's got like 1,000 steps. So that's why the filter is so smooth. You know what I mean? So in fact, let me just, sorry, I digress very often here, but see how smooth this is? It's just because it's not just 127. It's a lot. Sorry, I digressed. Let me talk about those pads. So I can use these pads to do everything that I want, including controlling the DAW if I want to. But the way I like to use them is in conjunction with the sampler. So all I do is I take this microphone and let's see, let's hit sampling, because you can see here my voice, right? Because it's going inside of the Fantom. So all I need to do is hit auto trig and So this is my best kick drum as a beatboxer. It's pretty, pretty bad. Gate, I'm gonna take the gate off so that when I hit the pad, it's gonna play the whole sample. That's the way I like it. Ah. That's the worst beatbox kick drum I've ever heard. Anyway, let's go for the next one. So I'm gonna hit sampling and do equally horrific snare drum. All right, it's time for the hi-hat. All right, all right. Sampling. Auto trig. I got it. And then finally, bang. All right. Wait. And let me adjust the start point of this one and also the end point. Why not? Just because I can. And yeah. Yeah, the flagship Roland, and that's what I use it for. They should not endorse me. All right, anywho, all right. So, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna play for you a little bit, you know, because after all, this is what good instruments are for. Just have fun and play. I am going to just select anything random, or romantic 80s. It's a complete scene. Let's see how it sounds like. I guess it's a solo sound. Haha. Man, you gotta love these filters. Random. Yes, baby. Ooh. You know, a good sound, you know, sparks your imagination. You know, if I could record this and just put it on a side in case I need 8-bit sort of theme. We got some more chip stuff. I don't even need to tell you which presets it is because You're watching it right now. Yes, it's still recording. Let's see, what else have we got here? If you like this, please hit like, please subscribe, but mostly check out the link in the description about the Roland Fantom. It's awesome.